Okay, welcome back to Etlei. I'm at that point now where I've defined all of the cases for the language, and I'm just kind of sitting down now, doing some fun little tangenty stuff that I don't really know what it's going to end up with, but that's fine. Right now I'm working on, so I had this question of motion into, how do you do motion into something? So we have motion toward and we have location in. And what I think is going to end up happening is that the allative is going to mean motion into something with a prefix. So you like in with the allative. The alternative would be to do a preposition for toward with the inessive. And I'll work on that in a second. But what I thought of was, what if there had been so when I looked at the inessive, and I noticed, well, it's this suffix that I don't use anywhere else. And it merges with the genitive case to form the inessive. But mightn't it have also gone and done other things as well in some way? And I thought, well, what if it had been with the accusative to mean motion into something, but that this case then fell out of use? It's an archaic thing. It'll show up in a couple of set phrases and stuff like that, but in general, it's non-productive. So let's see what that looks like. Let me pick a good, I will pick the word water. So let me get that written up. And how would that look if we did the accusative and then this O ending? We would get a well. And how does that look with the rest of these? Yeah, okay. It looks like oh well, but with an instead of an on. That makes total sense. Well. And I'm okay with that, yeah. And so we'll have something like, let's see, into the water. We should probably do like the dog's tongue went into the water, or something like that. Tongue, it's Etlei. So, and the way we did the genitive, if I remind myself, the genitive precedes the noun and modifies except as a direct object. So, the dog's tongue, it's going to be oltu Etlei. Oltu Etlei oel. And technically, there's our verb of motion. Yeah, so it's going to be dog, genitive, tongue. I don't know, do I need to put nominative in there at that point? I guess I am describing the uses of the cases. Move. And then it's going to be water, illative. And so a little bit of what I'm going to think of how I'm going to handle this is, say in like Latin, there's a verb case, or oh my gosh, a noun case called the locative. We have a locative too, but the locative in Latin is only used on certain nouns, only used on cities and then quote unquote small islands. But it's a small island. It means an island that's small enough where there's only one city on it, so the island and the city are basically synonymous. Why are you doing that? There. The dog laps the water. It's only used on certain nouns, so I'll have to see. Water, I could see being one of those nouns that has an illative. We'll just have to see what happens. But But I think that's acceptable. Now, how do I want to do that as a normal sentence without using the illative? Because I don't necessarily want to use the illative very often. We could do, I think, going toward an inessive makes sense. You're going toward being inside of it. And so if we did the same sort of thing where we had Etlei, motion into something is expressed with the preposition blank governing the inessive case. So Etlei, so the dog's tongue. How do I want to do this? The dog laps up the water. So the dog is the one doing the action. Goes into the water. Ooh, the dog's tongue goes into the water. It's a different sentence than the dog licks up the water. Do I want the dog to enter the water tonguely? I hadn't thought of this. Oh, now this is different. Oh, am I doing the wrong sentence? I'll just do the dog goes into the water. So the dog is in the water, oltu oeal. The dog goes into the water. So the dog goes, oeal would be with the inessive, but I want some sort of preposition, oeal. So the dog goes, well, should it just be this? The dog goes in the water. No, because that's the dog like swimming, the dog moving around in the water. Let me gloss that. Actually, that'll be a good distinction to keep. The dog swims. But I want the dog to move into the water. So I need a preposition that means to go toward something. So what do I want to derive that from? Let me check the, let's see if I can go and find it on my computer. Yes, the World Lexicon of Grammaticalization. Do they have something that's going to be useful? So the World Lexicon of Grammaticalization, I recommend grabbing this if you're a Conlanger. It's basically, so grammaticalization is when you have just a vocabulary word that ends up taking on a grammatical use. Usually we describe it as, like nouns becoming adjectives or prepositions or whatever. It's things like that. Or words just, coming to have a grammatical function rather than a semantic function. So let me see if I can find Illative, if they're even going to have it. I want to find Appendix 1, 317. Okay. So. Oh, this is from source to target. I want target to source. Okay. Illative doesn't seem to be a thing. Okay, so I guess I don't really want illative. I want like an allative. Allative. Okay. Looks like allative comes from generally arrive, go to, or see. Okay, so he moves. So the dog is moving. Gosh. The dog is moving to the site of the water. I don't know if I like that. The dog is moving. Arrive water. The dog is moving. Go to water. I don't want to use just like. I mean, I don't really have a go to verb, I suppose. The dog is moving. See water. Can I do to? Let me go to the page that's actually. Oh, but it's based on source. So let me find. C and see if I can look at what happens. Okay, W questions. It's cool. Cool. Resemble. Same. Okay, we're close to C. Too far. Too far. C to Illative. Okay. Let's see something glossed. So having seen. Okay, so here's something like he talked having seen something. Maybe. Okay, so how am I going to handle seeing? Because I don't really have verbs. It would be to act by means of your eye, which means I need to figure out what my instrumental is going to be. Okay. Let's do that for our next thing. How do I want to do? So, I instrumental. He goes by I water, and then I'll grammaticalize it from there. So, what do I want to use for my instrumental? None of these three. It's going to be one of my motion ones. So, if you hit a rock with a hammer, you're hitting it not toward the hammer. You're hitting it from the hammer. That's always a possibility. Or are you hitting it at the hammer? I kind of want to use the instrumental from the ablative. I think I'll do that. Let's see, so instrumental. Instrument is expressed with the ablative case. Yeah, I think instrument is expressed with the ablative case, and I'll just do that. So, put my examples in the wrong order. Okay, now I can do it. Instrument expressed with the ablative case. So, let's see. Some person. I don't want to keep using dog. I need a word for like the people that speak this language at some point. Why do I have a word for need? I don't remember why I came up with that. It just worked, I guess. Oh, I want him to hit the water with something. We'll do this. Is bird on this list? Do I need a word for bird soon? I'm gonna add bird real quick. We'll get a word for bird, and then I'll have the bird hit the water with its wing. Insert table 5 kernels. Bird. Okay. What sound is bird in my language? Let's see. It's a good bird sound. I'm feeling like a t sound. How about te becomes jithi? I think te. Deathy? Deathy? How do I feel about deathy? Alright, well, what does that look like if I put all of my cases on it? I've made a little list of... Oh, it's under the sound changes. I really should put it up there. Here's how you make all the cases. So, the first one is bear. Add K. Add glottal stop. Add ain. Add glottal stop O. Add glottal stop ain. And then add cane. So, tethi, tethe, tethyi, tethane. Oh, that's not a glottal stop. That's a question mark. Tethane, tetheol, tetheon, tethane. Yeah, I can work with that. Okay. All the way back up here. Bird. Okay, so we've got tethi. Then we've got tethe. Then we've got tethyi. Then we've got tethane. Then we have tetheol and tetheon. I did spell that right. Tetheon and then tethane. It's a fairly regular word. And it comes from tete. Okay. Bird. So we're gonna have the bird strike water with... Okay, so tethi, hit. I do have a word for hit, don't I? It comes from this tricep contact hit. Be. Tethi pe away. That's our accusative. Tethi pe away. And then where do I want the ablative to go? Tethi pe away. Oh, this one usually goes to b, doesn't it? Yeah. Because, yeah. So tethi pe away. Tethi pe away. The bird does something to the water with its wing. The bird comes into contact with the water with its wing. But now I wonder, is that how I want to word it? Oh, this video's getting so long. Gosh, what do I want the wing of the bird to touch the water? Is that just easier? And is it almost like the instrumental, like, it's not, oh, would you describe it? Is that going to have far-reaching effects? Is that going to be something like, oh, if you, let's see, if you write something with a pencil, would it be, is this just going to be like the pencil of you wrote a thing? I don't hate that. How's that going to work out in other places? That would mean that an instrument could only ever be the subject. I saw the pencil. So if I want to see someone writing with a pencil, I would have to see the pencil of such and such a person, the pencil that writes. I wouldn't see someone writing with a pencil. Or I could see someone whose pencil wrote. I actually kind of like that. Let me put that in the genitive up here. So it did end up being down here. So the instrument is expressed with the nominative case possessed. Oh, but do I want alienable, inalienable? Nah, yeah, here's the question. I think inalienable. Because you're the one doing the action, and so in this moment, it's inalienable possession. You couldn't be doing the action without it because it's doing the action with you, and so you're necessarily with it. So, inalienably possessed by the agent. That's not by the. Okay, instrument. The instrument with which an action is performed is expressed as the nominative subject of the verb inalienably possessed by the agent. So, if I want something like the bird hits the water with its wing, then it's really the wing of the bird hits the water. Okay. I picked all this because I had to work for wing, right? Okay. Etlei. And then bird, the genitive of bird is Etlei. I can't remember what order. Etlei tethyi. Etlei tethyi. Etlei tethyi. Okay, but it would be tethyi Etlei because of our word order. So, here we are. Tethyi Etlei boe. Tethyi Etlei boe. And that'll be bird, genitive, wing, nominative, touch, water. Okay, and then, oh, I should make these my small caps first. Okay, so instrumentality is figured out, which is good. Let me see if, okay, and that was to get this illative figured out? No, I had done that. Okay, what was I working on before this? Perfect. Oh, I wanted oh, that's right. I wanted this. Oh, okay, so I needed by means of I. Well, but I just screwed that all up. Perfect. Okay. So if I were doing it with the instrumental, it would be something like the eye of the dog moves in the water. I don't think that's how I want to do it. Let's see. The dog moves. See water. It could be that the verb to see, the old verb to see, was replaced by I'm actually thinking to touch with the eye. And so I'm thinking that that would be see, and then I could just use the normal nominative of I and grammaticalize from that. So let me see. I need to keep track of these verbs that I'm creating. So let me see. Let me just make a note. To swim equals to move in water. To see equals the eye of subject touches object. Just like something like that. So, okay. So I need an I. Is I one of our Jakartas? It is. Okay. So now I need a word for I. Let's see, and then this will be the end of the video. It's getting too long. I. What's a good one for I? I'm almost feeling like Osropo. Osropo gives me Osro. Oh, but I can't do Osho. Why? Because that's the word for navel. You know, that word everyone creates in their language. So that's not gonna work. What about Ropa becomes Loe. Ropach becomes Loe. Ropach. What about Ropak becomes Loe as well. Ropach. Loe. Ropach. What if I did Ropek? Still Loe. Ropek. Oh, what if I did Roprek? Then I get Lobdling. Lobdling. Oh, Lobdly. Lobdly. No. Really? It should be Lobdly. Why is that doing that thing? Oh, now I have to find stuff. So, show, report which rules apply. Okay, what is happening? Lobdly. Okay, L becomes the. Oh. Where is that? L before a front vowel becomes J, which is totally normal, except I don't want it to happen if it's following a consonant, if it's following a stop. So our stops are, okay, Loble. Yeah, okay, let me go in here. So our sound changes. L is becoming J before a front vowel unless it is following a stop. Roprek becomes Loble. And then let me run that through all of our cases. So we need an accusative and a genitive and locative and inactive and an ablative and a allative. Put those in the right order. Yes, okay. Where was I? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Don't go all the way down there. I. Oh, it's a C. Okay, so I is Loble. Loble. I'm really liking those ones that are nominative and accusative are the same. Something about that. Maybe it's my Indo-European-ness, but I like it. Loblane. Loblel. That's a fun one. Loblel. In the eye. Loblel. Lobleon. Loblane. And I love stress. What's a minimal pairs of stress? Loblane, meaning, of course, at the eye, and Loblane, meaning toward the eye. And these all come from the protoform Roprek. Roprek. Okay, so Loble and then I want to grammaticalize that so that it means just like toward. And that's going to be easy because I'm just going to change it to le. So le, le. That's what we're going to do. Le. So motion into something is expressed with the preposition le, governing the in-essive case. So le, and then inside. So that means, this now means, dog, move to I. Perfect. And then, it doesn't mean I, that's water. Let's just keep ourselves sane over here. So, the dog goes into the water. Yeah, I think that works. So we've done our, oh, but see now here, I need to do that. Okay. So the dog moves into the water. I need to highlight that as something I need to work on still. I need an apposition for that. So we did instrumental, and we did our illative construction and an illative case. But I don't love this example. But now I'm wondering if I even want the illative case. All of this was started by wanting an illative construction. Gosh, what do I want to do? I'm gonna keep it, but I need a different example. I think for now I'm going to keep it, but I need a different example. So let's see. Anything else? Oh, and I had one other thought I wanted to bring up and say, this was a thought that occurred to me, and I just wrote it into the document a while ago. Definiteness. We haven't gotten to the different numbers yet. They're going to be prefixes, but only the basic number is going to be definite. The more number and the less number is going to be inherently indefinite. Once it's definite in the conversation, you only use basic number, but that's something I just wanted to bring up in case you saw it flash on the screen. That's probably what the next video will be, is figuring out the number so that I can actually have my sentences with nouns be truly complete. And I need to fix that. Cool. Icarus out.